I watched 375 movies this year, and that doesn't include all the hours of TV shows that I watched. And of those 375, 180 happens to be new movies. And out of the 180, I had to make a list of my favorite movies. I have a list of 50 on my letterbox that you can go check out. And these are my top 10 favorite movies. Not the best movies of the year. You can also go find a list of those on my website, but these are just the 10 that I loved the most. At number 10, I have Snack Shack. This is a movie that pretty much flew under the radar, but the nostalgia and the story just eat me so hard that I just love this movie. And I think it's something that everyone has to see. If you grew up in the 80s or the 90s, then this is definitely the type of movie that you will love. At number 9, I have Marmalade, another movie that also just flew under the radar. It stars Joe Keery, who's also in Stranger Things. This is just a fantastic movie with a few twists and turns you definitely didn't see coming. And number 8, I have the 4:30 movie by Kevin Smith. This movie is basically about a group of kids who sneak into the local cinema. It's so nostalgic and it kind of feels like my childhood, just trying to go to the movies all the time and being influenced by what you see on screen. Kevin Smith has always been one of my favorite filmmakers, and this movie just proves his love for film, and it's also based on his true story. So if you haven't watched it yet, then go check it out. I feel like this movie is a little bit underrated, but it's definitely worth watching. At number 7, I have Conclave, a movie that I never thought I needed. I never needed to know how the Pope was chosen, but the drama and the thrills in this movie is just so brilliant. It's brilliantly written and brilliantly acted, and even the twist at the end was something that I never expected. At number 6, I have what was my most anticipated movie of the year, Deadpool and Wolverine. It's a shame that it's so low, but it definitely lived up to the hype. It was a fantastic superhero movie, and definitely the best superhero movie of the year, the best movie Marvel has put out in a really long time, and it was just a fun time at the cinema. I can't wait to go back and watch it again and to just feel everything and to just connect with those legacy characters in the movie. And now on to my top 5. At number 5, I have Saturday Night, a movie about the first Saturday Night Live, or at least the 90 minutes leading up to the first episode of Saturday Night Live. It's just so chaotic with so many characters, but it all flows together so well. It's directed so beautifully. All the characters and the acting is just so amazing. I don't know much about Saturday Night Live. I've watched a few episodes, but this was just great at putting you in the shoes of these actors back then. At number 4, I have the best musical I've seen in a really, really long time. Now, I really love musicals, and I think Wicked is one of the best. Not only is it one of the best musicals, but it's also one of the best movies. Awesome performances by Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Jeff Goldblum, and everyone else. It's a movie that I definitely can't wait to rewatch. It's a movie that made me excited to watch a sequel again, which is Wicked 2 coming out next year. So yeah, this movie, I can talk about it all day. I can talk about the music. I can tell you that my playlist is definitely filled with a bunch of Wicked songs at the moment. And it's a movie that I just really, really love. And in the third place, I have The Wild Robot, a movie that really took me by surprise. I think this movie took everyone by surprise. It really didn't need to be that good with an amazing soundtrack to back it, wonderful animation, and the story that just really pulls at your heartstrings. It's wholesome but heartbreaking at the same time. I don't think this movie needs a sequel. It needs to be a standalone film because of how wonderful it is. And this is also proof that original stories can still be awesome. We don't need all these sequels all the time. We need original stories that are told in a fantastic way, like the animation in this movie. And number 2, I have a movie that I recently watched, Juror number 2, starring Nicholas Hoult and directed by Clint Eastwood. It's a really, really cool thriller that really has you on the edge of your seat. It's about a guy who is chosen to be part of a jury, and during the trial, he slowly realizes that he's actually one who committed the crime that someone else is about to go to jail for. And you really face the dilemmas that he has, because you want him to not be in trouble, but you also want him to come clean, and you don't know where the story is going or how we will handle it. And it's just driven by a fantastic performance by Nicholas Hoult, one of my favorite actors currently working. And at number one is obviously Dune Part 2. I can talk all day about Dune Part 2. You can go watch my review, you can go watch my other videos about Dune Part 2. It is definitely the must watch movie of 2024. It's my favorite movie of 2024. And it's a movie that has me excited for where this franchise can go. Let me know what your top 10 favorite movies of the year are and what movies you are looking forward to in 2025. I will do a video and post my list early 2025.